An hour outside the busy city of Calgary, Alberta, lies Waiparous. Wide open spaces and a beautiful view of the nearby Rocky Mountains characterize this piece of wilderness, which will serve as the setting for the very first season of Survivor Waiparous. 15 people, some strangers, some friends, and some couples will be battling for the chance to be sole survivor.
I'm coming in as an outsider, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a group, obviously. There's Rachel, she belongs to that group. I belong to Rachel, right? So I'm kind of on the outside looking in, you know?
I do not think that my partner being in the game is going to impact my my game plan at all. I'll kick him to the curb if I need to.
And what camping trip would be complete without some alcohol to spice things up? When players are voted out, they will be sent to the edge of intoxication, where their tolerance will be put to the test if they want to attempt to re-enter the game and claim their revenge.
There's a lot of really strong athletic livers around.
On top of hidden immunity items, advantages, and disadvantages, Smirnoff ices have been placed in the woods. When a Smirnoff ice gets found, players must down the can as fast as possible in front of their tribe, shaming them and exposing their search for hidden advantages to any potential alliance members they may have. 12 people will start day 1, with a new group of 3 showing up and joining the tribes as the odd ones out on the start of day 2.
3 days, 15 Calgarians, 1 survivor.
Welcome everyone to Survivor. We are playing the first ever season of Survivor out here in Waiparous, Canada. You will be divided into tribes and then individually tested on your strengths and skills and even your weaknesses. You have to be prepared to outwit, outplay, and outdrink everyone you are standing beside. We will get things rolling fast because we only have 3 days to whittle you all down until there is only 1 survivor. Are you ready? Woo! All right, Robert, you were silent during that whole thing. Are you honing on? Yeah. Are you overwhelmed by the experience, or are you just trying to focus in to get ready for what's to come?
Yeah.
Perfect. Obviously, whoever's on Robert's tribe will have to do most of the talking.
Yeah.
Speaking of tribes, it's time you were all put on one.
Don't look at your color.
All right, everybody, open your burlap bags.
There's 3 tribes! Green?
Green?
I
love this tribe.
All right.
Hey.
Oh,
we got 3 tribes.
Yeah,
right.
All right, everybody, rein it in. Get back to where you're supposed to be standing.
All right.
Put your buffs on. Enjoy yourselves.
I don't remember where I was standing. Oh my god.
All right. Michaela.
Yes.
What do you think now that you have a look at your tribe to start the game?
I'm stoked. I'm ready.
Yeah? Saphir, you look pretty excited.
I'm freaking stoked.
What do you think looking at the rest of your tribe?
I don't think I could have a better tribe.
No?
No.
Feeling ready for the challenges?
100%. I think we're going to win.
Matt.
I know we're gonna win.
Looking at your tribe, how do you feel going into challenges in the future?
We're very mobile.
Yeah?
Agile. And we've definitely got a lot of endurance on our side, so we're ready.
Yeah? Well, that's good. because you'll need it for the first challenge, which we'll be moving to now.
Spikeball is a game played by 2 teams, with 2 players on each team. The game starts with an opening serve by one of the teams, where they hit the spike ball off of the net and towards the opposing team. The other team then has 3 hits maximum, alternating between the 2 of them, before returning the spike ball to their opponents by playing it off the net. Points are scored when one team fails to maintain their serve. This can be done by the other team scoring on them, or by surpassing the 2 serving faults. If the spike ball hits a pocket at any point in the game, it is considered a reserve.
You will each create 2 teams of 2 on your tribe. There will be a match played against each tribe. The matches will go to 3 points. You have to win by 2. Each match win results in a point for your team. The team to make it to 3 points wins immunity. The second team to make it to 3 points also wins immunity. The last will be joining me at Tribal Council later this evening. Speaking of your teams, I think it's only fitting we let you know what team you're playing for. The Green Buffs, you are Banff. Welcome. Orange, you are Yoho. And finally, the Blue Buffs, you are Kootenai. I hope you've picked your teams, because it's time to start spiking some balls. We'll draw for spots and we'll get this thing going. The first 2 tribes vying for tribal immunity. Rock, paper, scissors, serve. All right, you have serve. Survivor's ready.
Ready.
Go. First point goes the way of Yoho. Good rally. This one with the spike. Pull the cake. Pass just a bit off. Lead. 1 point away from victory. Yoho. What's up? Hit with the save. Cole almost managing to get it back. Yoho has 1 point for their team. 2 points away from victory. Kootenai, send up a team of 2. And bam, send up your next team of 2. It's rock, paper, scissors for start. Bam! Wins rock, paper, scissors, while having the serve control them a point in the first round. Serves up, pass. And the pass goes wide to Robert. Robert, close with the save. A 2-point lead for Banff, 1 point away. And a flailing attempt from Kelsey sends Banff away with 1 point for their tribe. Yoho, send up your next team. Kootenai, send up your next team. All right, rock, paper, scissors for serve. Michaela with the serve for Yoho. Ooh, an excellent save by Flo, but couldn't be capitalized upon by Yoho. Kootenai with the serve. Score 1-0. Ooh. And a bad pass leads to a missed opportunity for Yoho. 2-0, Kootenai. And with a bullet of a serve, Kootenai gets 3 points and earns a single point for their tribe. It is now Yoho and Banff. Eric with the serve for Yoho. Good serve, with the up pull. Just rims it out. 1-0 Yoho. Hard serve. Ooh, good hustle from Cole, but not quite enough. 2-0 Yoho. Ooh, that's a pocket. Good serve. Cole with a gentle touch. sneaks a point past Mitchell. The score is 1, serving 2. First team to 3 points wins. That is 3 points for Yoho, securing 2 points for their team. Only 1 point left until victory. Banff and Kootenay, you're up.
Again?
All right, Banff once again with the serve.
I feel like we have the same brain.
Rachel, good pass. Kelsey
I'm not good at this.
fumbles the serve. Point for Banff.
You're natural.
Kelsey once again proving to be a liability in spike ball.
We knew this.
And this time Robert proves he belongs right beside her. Gets a point. It
Oh my
is
God.
2 to 1. Kootenay in last place and a tie for first. Kootenay and Yoho, you're up. Matt with the serve for Kootenay. It's up. Low, rims it out. 1-0 Coots. Ooh. And a good serve from Matt, leading to a 2-0 lead. Low. That was bold. That is 3-0 Kootenay. The score is currently 2-2. Yoho and Banff. The winner of this will win the first of 2 tribal immunities. Rock, paper, scissors for serve. Yoho with the serve. Ooh. A sketchy pass for a bold play results in a point for Banff. 1-0. Good serve from Kate. Mitchell on the pass back. Couldn't quite get there. 1-1. Good hard serve from Eric. Cole just misses on the spike. 2-0 lead for Yoho. This is their chance to earn tribal immunity. 2-1. Good pass from Kate. Cole with a good bounce. Eric, high and deep. Cole couldn't quite make it. Yoho secures the first of 2 tribal immunities. Yoho, you're out for the rest of this. Banff and Kootenay, you're in. Banff with the serve.
All I had to do was go down.
Kelsey a little too aggressive with the return play. 1-0 Banff. It's up. Robert. Oh. That is 1-1 for Kootenay and Banff. Robert with the serve.
Nice.
Ooh. A good spike from Severe leads to an early lead. 2-1 for Banff. This is their chance to earn tribal immunity. Miss serve. He gets 2 serves. And an ace from Saphir, leading to a 3-1 victory. Banff and Yoho have secured tribal immunity for this evening. And Kootenay will be joining me at Tribal Council later tonight.
I'm not very good at spike ball, but I think it was my fault for choosing us to go last because it really just came down to the order. And if we had gone first, we probably would have had it because everyone had 2 points. So that's my bad. So I hope that my team doesn't take that out on me.
Honestly, I'm threatened by everybody out here. I'm probably going to do terribly, so we'll see how it goes.
You have earned tribal immunity.
I want to cause a little, okay, the mark that I want to leave on my game, or the game rather, I want to cause a little bit of chaos. Like I kind of want to cause a little bit of chaos. I feel like I'll be able to talk my way through at least to a certain extent. And so because of that, I'm hoping that it could cause chaos with any sort of bigger alliances that might form.
Very up in the air.
Careful how your voice carries through, by the way.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Especially you.
My game plan is to form an alliance with whoever is going to do the best in challenges. I figure I'd be good enough at challenges to be worth keeping around for the beginning and then get blindsided somewhere near the merge. So I'm hoping if I can get enough strong challenge alliance members that I'll be able to make it into the merge.
Had our nice first team social when we were walking back along the path, and I was just kind of scanning because I know there's hidden immunity idols out here. There have to be. There's no way they aren't there. Turns out I found my own little treat and I got iced. So I love that that happened, and I look forward to it happening again because I'm not going to stop.
You know, once I heard that like Eric was like he got ice, I was like, wow, you know what, stuff can be really close. And so I like literally just looked down and found under a stone, just dangling from there, this bad boy. So I feel like that's most likely an idol. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I feel a little safe. I found this thing just dangling from,
I'm going to go ahead and say that's immunity idol.
I think so. Yeah, so I've told Eric so far, which based on our relationship, I think it's going to be a good way to kind of deter. But just so that he knows, because I think we're going to be in a strong alliance going forward, so that he just knows that I have one to basically have a freebie. So where that kind of drives him to try and get me out beforehand or not, we'll see. But just plan to see, just to kind of see how it goes.
So the plan is Mitchell and I want to get into the merge together. You can call it like Team Boys, you can call it like the people who him and I obviously think we're stronger at challenges, that's fine. He found a hidden immunity idol and he told me about it, and he didn't tell the girls. So it's an alliance I trust, and it's not one I plan on blindsiding him on. I don't really see the need. Kind of everything that I wanted has just fallen into my lap. So I got that going for me, which is pretty nice.
Your team earned yourself tribal immunity. With this immunity idol, you are safe from tribal council until tomorrow when you give it back to them.
Okay. Sophia, I think you should put that on.
Hell yeah, bud.
Excellent. I'll leave you to it.
When is the game?
There's a lot of strong people, or people with really crazy strengths, like Cole and his brain and his knowledge of survival, I feel like would be good, but he might only know how to play Survivor with other people who are good at playing Survivor, so we might just throw him for a loop.
I saw who drew a green buff and I was legitimately so like stoked.
It's very exciting.
I was just so happy.
I feel like this is all really great to trigger, but I also feel like there's people that I didn't want.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like I want to play
and then,
with
like,
all of you
everybody
guys.
that got drawn, I was like, yeah, that's sick. Like those are all people that I would have picked. Yeah.
We're not like the physically strongest team, but I feel like we could be up there for strategy.
Yeah.
My mission is to leave a mark, and even if I don't win, I want everyone to realize that I'm the best player playing.
Should we work hunting into our strategy?
No, like there's
I don't think.
Well, like the thing is, if we do get an immunity idol, and we all know about it, we can just use it as a team.
I understand that I should play a political game. I don't want to. I'm gonna try and get by on, you know, being a team player until I can't, and then I'm gonna try and get by on being like average athleticism. We'll see. Maybe I'll do something spicy.
Yeah.
But who's scary? Like if we end up being
Matt is Matt.
Matt is scary. Matt is scary.
He's gonna know. Matt.
Okay.
Because I know he's a very competitive person, and I'm a very competitive person, and when we're not in the same tribe, like it's every man for himself. I would not take it easy on his tribe just because he's there, and I know he wouldn't do the same for me. So he better get ready to lose.
You know who knows tomorrow? I mean, probably knows Kelsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like I don't think there's anything anybody can.
Unless she's just going ham looking for an idol right now and she finds one.
That's true.
Imagine if
that would
imagine
be the strategy.
Imagine Max or Matt are the first boots.
I don't know. I don't think.
We're just like, I don't want to imagine that.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear there was a super big weak link in our team. I'm not sure if that's going to hold us back in future challenges. I don't know what the future has in store. Maybe there's a couple puzzles or something more like that a couple members of our tribe would be stronger at. But right now, moving forward, I don't see Kelsey being part of our team.
My game plan is that I don't really have one, but I think that I might be one of the most motivated players because I don't get a second shot. Since I'm not drinking, I don't get to go to the edge. Once I'm out, I'm out. So I gotta get as far as I can so that I avoid nature as long as possible.
Feels bad to be the first ones out, but it's a little bit bad because I'm not drinking. Yeah, I'm not even at the but that's a fate I don't want. I'm going to, I'm going mad. Yeah. Which goes. Yeah. Oh well. It's alright. We won't be here for a little while.
I think a lot of my competition is underestimating how many folds my brain has. If someone's going to the edge tonight, it'll be interesting to see who we decide out.
I don't feel too much that I lost that one. This looks like an immunity idol to me. Well, my game plan coming out here this weekend is just to fuck around, play some games, and I don't know, hopefully play a lot of games. Yeah. I'm here to fuck around, and I want to shake it up. Hey, iced production iced me.
Oh, yeah, shotgunning, bud. I feel like oh! Did he get iced or is he just, yeah. That's the guy you want on your team right there. 12-second shotgun.
The fact that he's looking for an idol means he's thinking. And I think the only reason he's thinking is because Kelsey knows damn well that she's the weakest link.
The rowdiest fucking story. Look at this.
Oh, okay.
And there's a hip bone right beside it.
Yo! That is the skull of
a moose?
The jawbone.
Look at the front teeth though. What up?
Fuck, like a horse?
Is that the jawbone or the top? It's the bottom.
So she's going around, putting little birdies in everybody's ear, trying to make sure that, she's not the odd person out.
I might just tie some burlap sack around this and fucking tell Kelsey we found it so she can not look for it and still get voted out.
But hopefully the boys stay true. We're not fucking stupid. We don't fucking, absolutely fucking murder this one. That would just be an absolute embarrassment. If you fancy to tell me, that way we can turn on somebody, which I would never do. Have my word on my mother's grave, just so I know that she has it. And then I said we wouldn't use it and save it till later, so we can still get her out. How are you? But when it's your time, and it's hers. So I should bring it. I'm gonna mount that on my fucking truck.
I'm pretty worried that I'm not gonna make it very far.
Grab a torch. In this game, fire represents life. Take your torch and light it in the fire. As long as you have fire, you're alive. Once your fire goes out, that's it. It's gone, and so are you. So, Welcome to the first tribal council of this season of Survivor. Max, what was it like heading back to your own little campsite after narrowly losing in the first immunity challenge?
I think we got a pretty nice campsite. There's some nice rocky terrain. Makes for some exciting exploration. It was a little bit tense.
A little bit tense? Matt, can you talk to us a little bit about that tension? What was it like in the camp talking amongst yourselves?
You know, there's a lot of back and forth between everybody, but I'm sure we've got our mind made up and ready to move on.
Kelsey, it sounds like the tribe has their mind made up. As you, not to put too fine a point on it, struggled in the first immunity challenge, how does that make you feel?
Yeah, not great, but you know, if the first challenge was physical, the next one might be a puzzle. I'm pretty good at puzzles, so maybe there's hope.
So are you trying to vie for your survival in the game at this point? Are you worried that it's going to be your name on those ballots?
Dude, I just don't want to be the first one out with 3 unanimous votes. You know? That's a good claim.
Robert, you've been quiet ever since arriving here. Looking up that torch. What was it like for you? You played pretty well, but also had your downfalls in the first immunity challenge.
You know, it's just like any game. You have your ups, your downs, but you got to rely on your teammates just as much as you rely on yourself.
Max, you got punished a little bit for looking for hidden immunity idols. What was it like having to come in front of your team and own up to the fact that you were searching for something like that? Were you looking because you were scared or to gain an upper hand over your teammates?
I think you gotta explore your area. You gotta look for advantages where you can. I don't think anyone's gonna fault anyone else for that. I didn't expect for it to turn around on me so quickly.
It's a harsh reminder that one of the third mottos of our little season of Survivor here is outdrink. You have to be careful when looking for immunity idols. You never know when something's going to sneak up on you. Maybe even another teammate, or maybe another team catches a glimpse of you off in the distance. For those of you who are down and about looking around, are you worried at all about what your, shall I say, apparent actions take regarding your threat level to the other tribes?
I don't think there's, I think anybody in our shoes would probably do the same thing. It's unfortunate that we're the first tribe to go to tribal council. They're all laughing, they're having fun, but when push comes to shove, we'll be weathered and we'll be better for it.
Speaking of push coming to shove, tomorrow you'll have an additional member on your team. Are you hoping that this individual is going to help you become the push, become the shove, and maybe secure tribal immunity for yourself?
I think that's the hope, you know. Like, every tribe is getting a new member, and you can only hope that the members you get are covering for the weaknesses of all the members there already.
That's harsh.
I think we have the potential to be a very strong tribe, and I hope we won't be back here anytime soon.
You're speaking about potential. Are you saying that you don't have a strong tribe now?
I think we do have a strong tribe, but as is evident by our presence here, we have some wrinkles that need ironing out.
Kelsey, you're sitting there nodding your head with a smile on the face, the rest of your tribe laughing at your acknowledgments. Are you the wrinkles waiting to be ironed out? Is that your fear?
I'm gonna say so, but like, you know, we weren't losing in spike ball because we had a bad game. We were tied. We just weren't the next round up, so we didn't get the first shot at 3 points, you know?
So what happens if you guys lose again tomorrow?
Won't be lost tomorrow.
You sound confident in that.
We are very confident.
Well, considering tomorrow has 9 challenges, I imagine
there might be one.
There may be a loss or two tomorrow.
Tomorrow is
hopefully it's not
tomorrow's yet to happen.
midway of the day, later in the day.
Yeah. Tomorrow's a beautiful day for an adventure.
Are you accepting defeat? Are you owning up to what could be happening, or have you actually been trying to fight for your position here?
I've been trying to fight because I don't want to be the first out with no chance to come back. Everybody else will have a chance to come back.
But speaking of that, none of the rest of your teammates here seem concerned about being that first person out. You might not be drinking, but if one of them gets voted out, it's a long haul until you have a chance to get back into the game. Max, are you worried at all about drinking?
Well, I think it's obvious on everyone's mind. No one wants to be the first person voted out. No one wants to be their greatest disadvantage going forwards on the edge. I don't think there's too much more that needs to be said about that. I think it's a great fear for everyone, and obviously it's a great motivator.
Fear, motivator, it's all true. Matt, do you take the edge as more of a fear or a motivation? Will all that liquor empower you for a stronger resurgence into the game, like some sort of wobbly phoenix rising from the ashes?
That's well put. There's always a fear of getting voted out, and going to the edge is not a place you want to be. So I'm always going to be respectful of that, but I mean, intoxication, anything can happen. You're not your best self, you're not, especially if you're drinking alone, that's tough. Nobody likes to drink alone. You can go down a deep, dark tunnel, and I don't wish that upon anybody.
Robert, you have a lot of strength in this game. You exude some sort of silent confidence regarding the drinking aspect of it. Matt spoke about the trials and tribulations of drinking alone, of being that single person watching the game go by more and more blurry-like. What does that mean to you, sitting on the edge, watching your teammates, your former teammates who voted you out, play the game?
At that point, if I'm on the edge, it's me and the liquor and the victory.
So you're saying that if you get sent to the edge, all former friendships are off, even if they make it into the merge?
You know, if I make it to the edge, it means that they voted me off. And for whatever reason that may be, regardless of how I feel about those I'm here with, it then becomes me and the edge.
So for you, liquor will be that empowering force. It will be your lonely ally as you enter back into the game.
My only fear of going to the edge is that my lovely girlfriend who's not participating will have to witness me descend into a belligerent creature scrounging the bottom of the barrel to climb back into this game. And I will become that creature.
It sees that you have drive. You're willing to do that even in front of your partner. Many of you on this tribe, except for Kelsey, have partners participating in the game on different teams. What are you willing to do, Matt, regardless of what it does to your significant other on the other tribes? What points are you willing to reach for or stoop down to?
And I mean, you know what? We talked about this before coming to Survivor Waiparous. It's all bets are off. We're not a couple. I don't know her. I have respect for her, but she's just like somebody I've met for the first time. And so until after Survivor Waiparous is over, maybe then we can get back together and things will get back to normal. But until then, I don't know her. She hasn't gained my respect. I haven't talked to her. We haven't strategized. So she's just another person here.
So the gloves are fully and entirely off.
As they should be, Tom.
That's good drive. That's good motivation. Max, you're another person with a significant other on a different tribe. What's it like for you coming into this game knowing that they'll be actively working against you, sending you back here even, if the chance comes?
I think it's an obvious consideration. I do think there is an understanding that if you're going to play a game, play to win. Maybe we find each other later and maybe it's mutually beneficial. But as of right now, she is on one of the other tribes.
Yes. And on your tribe, for better or worse, minds seem to have been set. So with that in mind, I think it's time that we go write down some votes. Matt.
looks like everyone's voted, which means it's time for me to go tally the votes.
All right, if anybody has a hidden immunity idol, now would be the time to play it. All right, we'll start reading the votes. First vote, Max. Second vote, Kelsey. Third vote, Kelsey. That is 2 votes Kelsey, 1 vote Max. Fourth vote, the first person voted off of Survivor Waiparous, Kelsey. You need to bring me a torch. Kelsey, the tribe has spoken. Grab your gear, head out.
Next time on Survivor Waiparous. The tribes have 3 new members joining them.
Go ahead, turn around and face your tribe.
And simple knots prove more difficult than ever anticipated.
Robert still trying to untie the bags for Kootenai.